Right now, live at 5.
It's painful to see the states that are banning mask mandates in schools because that's going to cost lives and that's going to cost our kids learning.
Experts are reversing course on mask wearing as the Delta variant picks up steam. Plus,
cleanup is underway after last night's storm in Grand Rapids.
And later, fishing to foster relationships. How a local police department is hoping a day out on the water will help build trust with young community members.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. The CDC is updating its masking guidance as new cases of the coronavirus continue to surge nationwide, especially among the unvaccinated. Manuel Bjorquez reports from Florida, a state that accounts for 1 in 5 of the nation's new COVID cases.
The CDC now says that fully vaccinated Americans should wear masks in indoor public settings where there is substantial or high transmission of the coronavirus.
We're not saying that wearing a mask is convenient or people feel like it, but we are telling you that that is the way to protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and that's why the CDC is issuing this guidance.
The updated guidance comes as officials say the highly transmissible Delta variant is causing a surge of cases and hospitalizations, especially in unvaccinated Americans.
Delta is more capable of infecting younger people, and there are plenty of examples of sick, unvaccinated children now across the country.
The CDC is also recommending all staff and students wear masks in K-12 schools, regardless of vaccination status.
Masking is really important, and it's painful to see the states that are banning mask mandates in schools because that's going to cost lives and that's going to cost our kids learning.
The CDC says just about half of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated. To increase that number, the Biden administration announced $121 million in grants to more than 100 community-based organizations in underserved communities.
Take it, do the right thing.
62-year-old Curtis Sanderlin did not get vaccinated, but is now urging others to get the shot. He recently lost his wife to COVID-19 and is fighting for his life at this Jacksonville hospital. More than 1 out of every 5 new COVID cases in the U.S. are in Florida. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Miami.
And here in Minnesota, health officials are warning the highly contagious Delta variant now accounts for more than 75% of the state's new cases. With numbers heading back up, it's a serious threat to unvaccinated people. Minnesota's infectious disease director says the Delta variant has gone from causing less than 1% of our cases to more than 3/4 in just a few weeks. And the Mayo Clinic says it will require employees to be vaccinated against the coronavirus by mid-September. The Rochester-based medical system now becomes one of the latest health systems to do so, as that Delta variant cases continue to rise across the country. Staff who decline to be vaccinated will be required to wear masks and socially distance at work. Mayo Clinic says the process should be completed by September 17th. And coming up a little bit later in our show, we will be joined virtually by Essentia Health's Chief Medical Officer, who will answer questions about the CDC's new recommendations and what that could mean for us here in the Northland. Tonight, we're learning a suspect in a recent shooting was one of 4 people arrested during Duluth Police's special operation yesterday. Jason Burns was wanted for attempted murder. The 36-year-old is accused of shooting William Uridia during a fight on June 20th. It happened near 1st Avenue East and 3rd Street downtown, which is the same location as the fatal shooting back in May. That's where Duluth police focused one of their searches yesterday morning. They also searched a home near Upham Road and Central Entrance. Local and county law enforcement teams seized drugs and weapons. The other 3 men arrested are expected to be charged with possessing firearms and selling fentanyl. The investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, the FBI is investigating after a Red Lake police officer died in a shooting this morning. According to the FBI's Minneapolis office, Red Lake police were responding to a call at a home near Red By, Minnesota, east of the Red Lake Indian Reservation. That's when police say someone fired at the officer, killing them in the line of duty. The FBI did not comment on what kind of call police were responding to or what exactly led to the shooting. The suspect is in custody. The name of the officer has not been released. This is a developing story. We'll have more details as the FBI's investigation continues. Monday night's storm brought high winds and significant damage to the Northland. Itasca County was one of the hardest hit areas. Power was out for thousands of people there. At one point, according to Grand Rapids Public Utilities, nearly 4,700 homes were in the dark. They say many of those outages could continue for days. Outside help did come in to repair power lines this morning. As for Lake Country Power, they're also still trying to get the lights back on for more than 500 of their Itasca County customers. As crews work to clean up, CBS3's Emma Quinn took a trip to the area to see the damage and what impacts residents are feeling.
This is a scene all across Grand Rapids Tuesday as residents are picking up the pieces after last night's severe weather. Residents Bruce Braun and Sandy Durovic live near River Road. They watched the storm start rolling in around 7 p.m., starting with those high winds. After they had just cleared off the deck and got the bird feeders out of the yard was when the heavy rain started. Both say they lost a minimum of 12 trees. As of Tuesday morning, they still had no internet or phone service, but luckily never lost power.
We were up looking through the deck doors. You couldn't see the trees in the backyard. That's all.
And besides the hail coming down, blowing on the windows. Didn't break any windows, but we knew it was there.
The couple has lived in the area for more than 10 years and say this is the worst storm damage they've ever seen. And these two trees behind me, they say will take at least a week to get off their property.
Thank you, Emma. The city of Grand Rapids has several free brush dump sites throughout town where you can drop off debris from the storm. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from other residents who are picking up the damage and how cleanup companies are handling the increased calls. Well, Dave is here for a quick look at the weather. Dave, certainly a storm folks could be cleaning up for days.
Yeah, cleaning up for days. Heck, I'm still cleaning up the 2016 blowdown. Still have a lot of trees I'm cutting up, so I know how long this process can take. It takes a lot of time to work a chainsaw. Well, let's talk about what worked through the area last night. A lot of hail. Large hail, very common, region-wide. This picture, I think, comes out of the Grand Rapids area. I say think because last night during the heat of the battle, Peter Kevikauskas, my assistant, got this picture in, but I think he neglected to write down who donated it. So thank you to that person for sending in this picture, fistful of hail, and it may be back Wednesday. Yeah, we're looking at twin lows now coming up from one the same direction, the southwest, another one connected by a warm front over towards Montana, and the two tomorrow will conspire to bring us a 70% chance for more strong storms. It may cloud us up early in the morning, and some places up north especially may start to get rain earlier in the day than we did last night, and still the bulk of the heavier action could come in the afternoon when the heat of the day is upon us, helping to aid and abet the storm chance. So tonight, enjoy the calm conditions, partly cloudy and a low of 60, but tomorrow will be cloudy with a 70% shower and storm chance again, highs back towards the 80s for many towns. Once we get into Thursday, though, an extended dry spell comes back to call once again. We'll talk about how long that one lasts in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a program for the whole family at the library just got a little bit bigger. Details in City by City up next.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing for 72 months and get $2,000 cash allowance.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain as the weather is much calmer across the region this evening than last. However, that may change come tomorrow. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. A mini golf fundraiser in Hayward next week and a meeting tomorrow about the restoration and future of Saxon Harbor. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Duluth tonight, where the public library recently added some new titles to a popular program. The public library has more than 100 book club in a bag kits and added 7 books to the options this past week. The kits each come with 10 copies of a book and can be checked out for 6 weeks, so a club has time to work through the book. New titles include Becoming Mrs. Lewis, The Great Pretender, Killers of the Flower Moon, and more. We will have a link on our website to the full list of available book club in a bag kits. Next, we head to Hayward, Wisconsin, where a local organization is hosting a fundraiser next week. The Greater Hayward House of Hope will be playing mini golf at Shears Lumberjack Village Mini Golf next Wednesday. Check-in will start at 5 and teams must pre-register. The House of Hope provides support and help to those struggling with addiction and homelessness in the area. We'll have a link to sign up for next week's fundraiser on our website. And we wrap up in Saxon Harbor, Wisconsin tonight, which will be one topic of discussion at a community of practice meeting tomorrow. CHAOS, which stands for Coastal Hazards of Superior, is a group focused on the Minnesota and Wisconsin coasts of western Lake Superior. During a Zoom meeting tomorrow at 1 p.m., Eric Peterson, Forest Administrator for Iron County, will share about the recovery and restoration of Saxon Harbor and how they plan to make it more resilient to future storm events. We'll have a link to register for that meeting on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, could masks return? Essentia Health's Chief Medical Officer breaks down the new CDC guidelines with us in just a few minutes.
Along with hail, many towns last night received an inch of rain. Not all towns, but many, including Duluth. So now the rain deficit has been cut down to 0.8 of an inch. And tomorrow night, with another round of rain coming, we could cut that in half again, ending the month pretty close to normal after such a long dry spell. So there's the silver lining in another round of storms coming our way for tomorrow night, which we'll talk about in more detail after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
At Play It Again Sports, we have the largest selection of new and used hockey equipment in the area, along with a huge selection of hockey sticks, apparel, and cross-country skis.
Trade in! Trade up! And save!
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard?
How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
UCare is out decomplicating health plans all over the state. We're proud to be in Embarrass, bringing family plans to Fertile, helping folks rest easy and sleepy-eyed, and smart advice to Nimrod-y.
Is that even a word?
We make plans clear and crystal, and we've been a staple here since 1984. With over 40,000 doctors, specialists, and providers in our networks, we're getting more welcomes every day. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Coming up Wednesday on CBS3 this morning, tips from local financial experts in our weekly Eye on Money.
And we have another risk for strong to severe storms, this time over northwest Wisconsin. Those details coming up.
So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
Cleanup is underway after last night's storm in Grand Rapids.
Last night's wild weather has gone away for tonight, but tomorrow could be a stormy story again.
Tonight at 6 on CBS 3.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Last night, severe weather ran in diagonal from Red Lake down towards Hayward and, of course, expanded off to both sides and shook up a lot of communities. But even when you get 40 to 60 mile an hour winds and you get trees down and you get 1 to 3 inch diameter hail, there can be beauty to be found. Here's floodwood after the storm on the backside of a cumulonimbus cloud. Our good friend John Dahlman got this picture. So a cumulonimbus cloud starts to pull air up in the front half, but it's coming down again and restabilizing on the back half, pushing these mammatus clouds down. That's drier air pushing those pouches. An old theory was that they were moisture laden and another sign of more storms, but research since I earned my meteorology degree now indicates that's a good sign. When you see these, the storm is passing you. Well, we may see these things passing again tomorrow night as another chance for severe weather comes our way. First, we look at the current conditions. Airport in Duluth. It's 75 degrees. Relative humidity a little sticky at 62%. Easterly winds going 6 miles per hour, and our air pressure is notched up from last night. Indeed, higher pressure briefly visiting us has made it sunnier, and our air pressure is at 30.03 inches of mercury. Current temperatures, well, we see 77 in Ironwood, and in Wisconsin, we go from 73 in La Pointe to 81 degrees in Hayward, with places like, Ashland and Solon Springs in between, but Long Airport and Superior, even cooler than La Pointe at 72. 79 Moose Lake, 75 Cloquet and Hermantown, and Two Harbors, too. We have low 80s along the Iron Ranges and low 80s for border country as well. And just like yesterday, warmer temperatures like that and moist conditions will provide the fuel to feed a pair of low-pressure systems coming our way. All right, taking a look at the rain forecast we're getting from this time around. What are we going to get if we get it once again? It could be another soaker around the area, which isn't a bad thing. It looks like tomorrow night when we get the next round of showers and thunderstorms, International Falls could get 1/3 of an inch, and maybe 2/10 towards Ely, 1/4 inch towards Orr, which is not a bad thing at all because folks in Bike called in today and said they didn't get a drop last night. And they're dry too, so maybe they'll get a little something from this go-around. That, again, should be done by early Thursday morning. And then once we get into Thursday itself, another slice of higher pressure takes over as the low goes away, keeping this low at bay for quite a while. It'll be sunny and warm again and dry Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This low may finally bring us our next rain chance, perhaps by next Monday. Well, now let's take a look at what's going on forecast-wise for tonight. In Minnesota, look for low temps on your thermometer to register between 56 and 62. Partly cloudy sky up above. You can take a look at that, too, if you're looking up, I guess. Partly cloudy for Wisconsin and Michigan. 57 to 60 for the low temps there. Calm night tonight gives way to cloudier conditions tomorrow and a 70% storm chance again. Wisconsin, Michigan was highs 79 to 85. Minnesota highs 70s in the Arrowhead, but 80 to 85 inland. And with the extended forecast, if we can just get through this next bumpy ride of weather Wednesday night, smooth sailing from Thursday through Monday, and then cooler conditions start to become more prevalent by Sunday. I don't know if it's true yet, Kristen. I say it's a theory, though, that once we get into this period of 70s to start August, we may have shaken off the 80s and 90s for the season.
That's kind of a bummer for, I like.
For some people, it's a bummer, yeah. Others who don't like it up around 90 will say, well, what a blessing to get back to normal.
Yes, that's true. I mean, it's where we live, right? You get a mix of a little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah, we go to 50 below in the winter, we go to 90 in the summer.
We sure do.
Have quite an annual range of temperatures.
And we're tough through it all. Thanks, Dave. Today, the CDC announced even vaccinated Americans should return to wearing masks indoors in parts of the U.S. where the coronavirus is surging. But what does that mean for us here in northern Minnesota and Wisconsin? We're joined virtually now by Essentia Health's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Peter Henry. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Henry. Now, obviously, this is not the news people want to hear as we've been inching back toward life before COVID. But here we are. So let's get into some of the questions that people might have about this new guidance from the CDC. Our region is facing moderate COVID transmission, according to the CDC. So will these new guidelines impact us, and should we be concerned? I think we might be experiencing some technical difficulties with Dr. Henry. We will try and check in with him later in the show. Still to come, casting lines and building trust, how the Duluth Police Department is using fishing as a way to build relationships with local youth after the break.
Menards has what you need to keep your home safe. From smoke and carbon monoxide alarms to fire extinguishers and more, Kidde Home Safety Products keep your family protected from emergencies. Grab a general use fire extinguisher. It lasts up to 12 years, and it adds an extra measure to protect you and your family at home. Save 11% on all Kidde Home Safety Products right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is the internet that keeps the TV streaming, the meetings zooming, the playlist flowing, and the doorbell showing
anybody home?
Who's coming and going. This is the internet that powers the workout, that does the homework, that makes the lights work, that makes for light work, and makes...
Don't forget to pick up Charlie.
...your life work. This is the internet that keeps it all connected and has hundreds of people who ensure it's protected.
Nice try, hackers.
This is the internet voted best because it's extreme, nothing less.
There's a safe way to protect kids 12 and up from COVID-19.
So why did we get her a COVID-19 vaccine?
So I could see my friends again.
For our family trip.
To keep them safe.
Help your kids be kids again, safely. Visit vaccines.gov to find a COVID-19 vaccine near you, or call 211 to learn more.
We pick up the phone because it's ringing. Hello, this is Sam. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad? Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Fire threatens everything in its path. When it threatens our communities, we respond. We bring the fight to the front line. The Army National Guard stands ready because sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. We will always be there when our community needs us the most. Find out more about serving your community part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more truth. more real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Well, believe it or not, we are heading into another local election. So here's what you need to know as Duluth's August primary nears. There are 4 seats on the ballot, 2 for City Councilor at large, 1 for 2nd District City Councilor, and 1 for 4th District City Councilor. The primary election is Tuesday, August 10th. There are 34 polling places in Duluth, and we have a link to help find yours on our website. Absentee ballot voting is already open. You can request a mail-in ballot on the city's website. Absentee ballots must be returned by 3 p.m. on August 10th, and the general election is set for November 2nd. Ely is also having a special election for its mayor 2 weeks from today. We have more information on that race on our website. Duluth police are hoping a day out on the water will help build a stronger sense of trust with some of our youngest community members. Get Hooked on Fishing is a program where Duluth police take local kids out to cast a line. The program started in 2017 with a grant from Cabela's. The department bought equipment and took kids fishing on shore, but now they've expanded and they take their new pontoon boat on nearby lakes and rivers. Officer James Forsyth says the program helps officers build important relationships with kids.
Oftentimes, kids see police, it could be the worst day in their family's life for whatever reason. This is a good opportunity for us to reach out, build different relationships with them, and it shows them that we're people too.
The program happens every Tuesday during the summer and works with various youth groups in the area.
We've got a packed broadcast for you tonight. The government guidance that will affect all of America's school children as the CDC issues new mask recommendations, even for vaccinated Americans. Plus, America's crumbling infrastructure. We'll show you one state where 12,000 bridges need repairs. And also tonight, we got a tribute to the trailblazing spirit of an original Rosie the Riveter. That's all tonight as the CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our team has many years of general surgery experience and is the most experienced robotic team in the Northland. We are committed to providing the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker. We offer our surgical care at multiple hospitals and surgical centers, and most insurance plans are accepted.
Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book, and as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart?
Let's just check it out.
Watch the Kelly Clarkson Show.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we had the latest on the special operation that happened in Duluth yesterday morning. 4 people were arrested, including Jason Burns, who was involved in a shooting on June 20th. The investigation remains ongoing. And coming up tonight at 6, Duluth's primary elections are only 2 weeks away, and an unusual trend is showing in the candidates, how young they are. Tonight we hear from a local political science professor on how unique this candidate pool is and what it means for the community. An historic boathouse on one of the Apostle Islands is getting a big facelift. The Devil's Island Boathouse, stone retaining wall and docks all took heavy damage during a late fall storm in 2017. Now the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore Park has money to replace the wall and the docks. But to do so, they have to remove the house, taking it apart piece by piece. Eventually, when they get more funding, a
high water, all those things. So tonight, Tuesday night, partly cloudy sky with a low near 60, easy sleeping. But tomorrow may dawn on the cloudy side as twin lows come our way, giving us a high temp of 82 degrees and a 70% shower and storm chance. The showers more likely in the morning, the storms more likely in the evening. But just like last night, after 6 to 8 hours, they should be gone. And Thursday through Monday sets up another long dry spell and a fairly warm spell as well, with high temps for the most part near 80 degrees. But by Sunday, we start to drop back into the 70s, a sign that summer, unfortunately, could be slipping away.
Well, that's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.